I hear you, my brother, man. Where you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Florida. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. What part of Florida, man?
Spring Hill, Norfolk, Tampa.
Yeah. I know exactly where you are. I got a good friend out there in the Tampa, Florida, out there, Courageous Church, Pastor Ontario Green out there in that area. So I love it. How old are you, James?
I'm 55 years young.
55 years young, man. What's going on, brother? How can I help you?
No, basically, thanks for taking the call. I love what you do. You're a blessing. I just want to give you a lot of praises. Um, I'm semi-retired. I've made a lot of mistakes, financial mistakes, but now that I'm retired, I'm basically trying to get, basically trying to get smarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I follow Dave Ramsey. I saw a lot of your stuff, and you're doing great stuff. Uh, the and I don't have a question because again, you answer my questions on a daily basis. But my thing is, we've been taught the wrong way, and
Yeah.
by that is I'm Latino, so uh, born and raised in New York. Nobody teaches us that. We're all about just paycheck to paycheck. Don't even put in a 401k. Of course, if you have a job, but the bottom line is we're not taught how to save.
Yeah.
I never been a saver, so now I'm saving, and for the first time I think in my life, and I was military too. I never even saved in the military. Uh, I, I I have funds in my account, like you said. You pay yourself, and that's been a blessing. Of course, I'm paying all my bills, uh, and I was able to purchase a home thanks because I'm a veteran. So the VA, that's one of the greatest benefits. So there's no money down, but you still have to pay for closing.
Yeah.
But nothing against mortgage companies, but people have to get educated. If you stay on that 15 or 30-year payment, you're paying for two homes.
Yes.
You're paying yourself and you're paying the bank, at the end of the day. And I know we all got to start somewhere, but like what you're doing today, you're telling people how to pay extra. Because if you don't look at the interest rate you got, 3%, 4%. That's what people get. They get, oh, I got a great deal. No, you didn't. You better look at that last page. If what you like minimum payment, like your credit cards, you pay the minimum payment. It tells you how many years. The same thing with a mortgage company. So my point is, people need to really stop. Of course, if you're an investor, then that's a whole different game. But if you're like just want to buy a home and you're going to live in that home, basically those things about paying the house off early will benefit you because at the end of the day, that's building wealth, right, for you and your family. Um, but again, a lot of people get caught up on the interest rate. If you just pay extra, if whatever you can, pay a lump sum whenever you get a tax return, because there's people that get tax return, or you get a promotion, a bonus. If you knock that mortgage out in 5 to 7 years, just think about what your mortgage payment, $2,000 a month. You ain't got to pay no more. Of course, you got to pay taxes, insurance, but at the end of the day, you're not paying that bulk 80, 90% of that mortgage. So kudos to you. I follow you. I continue to share my videos that I watch, which with my nieces and nephew, because they the next generation. I have a lot of brothers and sisters, but they stuck on their ways. I'm not, but if I can teach the younger generation, just like you are, you're just a blessing. I enjoy listening to you every day, and thank God I'm able to, be at home, somebody that could stay home and watch all these videos. Like I have no life, but at the end of the day, I enjoy this because first I'm debt free because I am tired of debt. I mean, I can't stand it. When I retire, a lot of people buy cars, boats. I'm the opposite. I don't like a car payment. I rather drive around in a beater, but my point is people have to stop focusing on that interest rate because it's not what you're really paying. You're paying double. Obviously, if you decide to stay at the home, you just want to pay it off. But if you decide 3 or 4 years later, I want to sell it, that might not be the way to go. But think about it. Whatever extra money you put in, you're building equity.
Yeah.
So that's my.
James, let me ask you this question. At 55, You said you just not got to a position to where you're seeing money inside of your, your account. And I love that. We have a bunch of young people on here watching right now, they're 30, 20 years old, 30 years old. And one of the things that I'm trying to do as I'll be 40 July 1st, right? And one of the things I'm trying to do is help them understand, like, hey, the decisions that you're making today at 30, at 35, at 25 is going to impact you at 55, at 60. I'm curious, James, if you could go back to your 25-year-old self with the wisdom and the knowledge that you have now, the access to the Dave Ramseys, the Anthony O'Neills, and whomever else you're listening to, what would you tell your younger self to do now to put you in a better position at 55? Because I wonder, do you ever sit there and be like, dang, I wish I would have did this better because I could be better off today? Like, do you ever have that thought at 55 years old right now?
Well, I feel like I have no regrets because I have faith. I don't go to church. I do, thank God every day when I wake up. I believe in in God. So I don't have no regrets. But what I would have done was pay myself first instead of paying the bills.
Ooh.
Instead of paying even I had a 401k, and when I retired, I blew that thing like I was 20 years old. And of course, I had to pay the taxes because you can't just, I was under the penalty. I was under the age. But anyway, no regrets because I did good. But now that I'm retired, I don't need to go to on a cruise. I don't need to go to places. Thank God I was able to purchase a nice home. It's not paid for. That's why I can't still. That bothers me because I have to still pay somebody. I know when you pay something off, when you don't have no debt, you could talk all the smack you want, right? But a lot of people, when you open the garage, they have 2 or 3 cars, but they owe the bank. Like, talk to me when it's paid in full. So I tell my younger nieces and nephews and my kids, as I have 2 older kids, and I said, listen, pay yourself first. Man, what you talking about? Put money away. Learn how to be a saver, because I was a spender. That's because I knew in 2 weeks I was going to get paid. It was or do overtime, but I can't do that no more. So I am good with just sitting home watching YouTube, watching sports, and nobody can tell me, oh, you have a boring life. I'm okay with that. You can call me whatever you want, because at the end of the day, God is the only one that has a plan, and He's basically every time I look at your video, that's like a blessing, that how and just be able to be on the call today is another blessing, because I know people are listening. There's people that are struggling, and trying to basically build their wealth. Because again, Black Latinos, we're not taught how to build wealth. I mean, we're not. So somebody like you, young. You got a good head on your shoulder. You're not even worried about being committed. When I was young, I was married and I was still looking at other women. That had the priorities all wrong. Probably had a good woman in front of me, but I was looking. See what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the whole. But there's no regrets, because thank God I'm alive today at 55, and I'm able to to share this. So again, hopefully. My goal is 5 to 7 years, pay off the mortgage, and have a nice 1-year emergency fund. I mean, if I get $10,000, I'm going to be excited, and that's only $10,000. You see what I'm saying? That's real low. There's some people making that per month.
Man. I'm speaking to my producer who's in my ear. James, thank you so much, man.